Hey friends, I'm Riley. If you are new here, welcome. I'm a 27-year-old registered nurse living in the sunny state of Queensland, Australia. Since I was 18, I've been experimenting and trying different strategies on how to manage my money. And I've done this because learning how to manage your money and learning to be in control of every dollar that goes in and out of your account is one of the most important skills you can learn today. It doesn't matter if you're making $50,000 or if you're making $150,000. If you don't know the right strategies to implement and the right decisions to make, you won't see any financial growth. Take me, for example. My wife and I were both registered nurses. Nurses are always on strike for better working conditions, better pay because we're chronically underpaid. However, through what we've learned and through the decisions we've made together, we've been able to build a very comfortable life and theoretically get ahead of our specific age group. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or anything. I'm just someone who's quite financially minded and someone who likes to learn, and I'm trying to build freedom for my wife and I. So if that's something you're working towards too, let's get into it. So I get paid fortnightly like a lot of nurses here in Australia. My income varies quite a bit depending on what shifts I'm working that fortnight and what penalty rates I get to take advantage of. But on average, I take home anywhere between $2,500 to about $3,200 after tax. And here's the breakdown of how I allocate that. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to say that I get paid $2,500 flat. I will also include my wife's pay as she contributes 50% to this household. Easy thing is that my wife does the same thing I do. She's a registered nurse at the same emergency department. So that $2,500 that I was talking about, we can just double that to $5,000 for the fortnight. And since everyone budgets on a monthly basis, we'll make that $10,000 for the month. Kobe takes home nothing. He actually costs us money. But what he doesn't contribute money-wise, he definitely makes up for cuteness. I'm sure you can all agree. A lot of you have probably heard of the 50-30-20 rule. I myself used to follow that rule as well until I tweaked it to something that suits our lives better and our preferences. If you take anything away from this video at all, hear me now. Automate your finances. Automation in this day and age, when we're so busy, got all these things going on, automation is going to be your best friend. Roughly 50% of our income goes towards essential expenses every month. This includes $3,000 for the mortgage, $1,000 for groceries, about $400 for fuel because we live a little bit out of town and we have to drive in and out to our workplace for every shift. Phone and internet's just over $150 a month. House contents, car insurance, and now health insurance as of this month as well comes out to about $510 a month. For our utilities, our electricity, gas, and water bill, we average about $150 to $200 a month, depending. And finally, pet costs for Kobe. This includes his pet insurance and the food that he eats. Comes out to about $150 a month. He's an expensive puppy. Everything is paid out of our offset account, and I automate as much as possible because my wife and I don't want to be thinking about paying bills when we're in the middle of a long shift. Next up, the fun part, building wealth. I've automated and sent about 20 to 30% of our income per month to investments. Some of that goes straight into ETFs like VOO, QQQM, and very, very soon VGS. About $600 is automatically transferred from our spending account where our pay goes into, straight into our offset account. And then every 3 months, that $600 will build up $1,200, $1,800. Every 3 months, $1,800 will automatically transfer from our offset account into our brokerage account. And then I go in and manually allocate those into my chosen ETFs. That $3,000 for my mortgage that I talked about before, we pay that on a weekly basis, so $750 per week. That's about $200 more than we have to be paying for our mortgage every week. And we do that because we like to get ahead. And the more money that's in our offset account, the more interest we save. It also beefs up our emergencies fund, so giving us that peace of mind. And as I stated before, all of our bills are automatically taken out of this account, so we will never be in the negative. We do send small packages of money to this account when we can. That's just dependent on how much money we've made that fortnight and the penalty rates that we've been able to take advantage of. Very similar to that, we also occasionally put a little bit of money aside for extra super top-ups, depending on the month. So if we've earned a little bit more for that month, and we want to throw a little bit more money into our super, we do that. Lastly, we allocate about 15 to 20% of our income to guilt-free spending. This covers a small travel fund that we also keep in our offset account to save us interest as we build it up. It covers eating out, date night, and the frequent coffee trips that we make. covers our gym memberships. I like to play basketball. Sophie likes to do reformer Pilates, so this covers all of those activities as well. And it also covers just a little bit of miscellaneous spending, like the random Bunnings trips that we go on. Also, a small portion of this is kept for just any spontaneous fun. Like if we're downtown and we see a fun dog toy that Kobe might like, we just grab it. I personally use a really simple Google spreadsheet just to track all of this. It doesn't need to be complicated. The goal is just to know what's coming in and to be very intentional of what is going out. Merely just having a plan set in place and something that you've actually taken action on will set you far and above. And that's how we manage our money on a nurse's salary here in Australia. If you've been struggling to feel in control of your money, just start by giving every single dollar a job. Track one payday, automate your savings, and be realistic of what you actually spend. If you found this video helpful, chuck it a like, subscribe if you want to see more finance content from a regular Aussie like me, and drop me a comment below and tell me how you manage your money on payday. If you want to watch more, click here. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.